What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video on high altitude investing. In today's video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about Apollo currency, a chart pattern that I found, as well as getting into Apollo Stratus, which I'm really excited about as an influencer myself. Before we get started though, make sure that you're a subscriber to this channel if you're not already, and share this video with your friends. I look forward to every single person that likes and shares and comments on these videos. It really means a lot to me. Also join the Discord, links are in the description for that, and without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So as you guys can see, this is Apollo currency versus the dollar. Now, initially, when you look at this chart, you guys might just see a large downtrend. But actually, if you look at this chart a little bit more closely, we see a very strong basing pattern. So I'll get into that in just a second. But before we get into the basing pattern, I want to point out the descending resistance. And the reason this is important to me, because you'll see the pattern come together as we actually draw the basing pattern. But if you take this resistance level and go from all of the peaks down, you'll see that there's downtrending resistance. Now, if you go ahead and find all of the support levels, that basing pattern that I was talking about, you actually find a very large triangle pattern. Now, what I've seen on a lot of different coins when they get added to exchanges, they actually kind of can correct. Some of them even have an initial pump phase right here. Apollo currency did have a little pump right here, but overall we got this correction, and then we had a pump up, and then we had kind of this consolidation pattern come afterwards, right? And that made that big triangle pattern. Now, what actually happens is you get this breakout of downtrending resistance, and what happens after that is the coins usually just shoot up. Like they literally will just break out of major resistance levels. Oftentimes they will break out to new all-time highs and go into price discovery mode. So that means that there's a lot of potential here with Apollo currency. I also see this kind of downtrending volume pattern as we're testing this support level. And for me, this is a really, really good sign, you guys, especially if Apollo currency breaks out of that downtrending resistance level, because we're going to go ahead and see a massive break upwards. Now, when we're looking at kind of the volume profile here, you guys can see that there's even days that it has multiple $1 million volume days. And so that's a really, really good sign as far as volume goes. And if you look at Apollo currency from market capitalization, it's around 450 in market capitalization, which means it's a very, very small market cap coin currently. And that allows it to grow quite a bit. I mean, it's like a very, very small speedboat. I've said this in the past. You get these really large boats that take a lot of money to move them, like a cruise ship. You know, it takes a lot of time to move the cruise ship. But if you have like a little currency like this, you basically get a speedboat where it doesn't take a lot of time or energy to move it. It can move very quickly and very fast, and it can move a lot. And that's what I see with Apollo currency. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about today is Apollo Stratus. And one of the reasons that I wanted to talk about Apollo Stratus today is really just because as an influencer myself, I see a lot of areas that the platforms that I can use could improve upon. And Apollo Stratus, being an influencer platform, like a social media, really has me excited because of that integration with the blockchain. Now, there would be stuff like one-click donations, you know, like micropayments with the blockchain on your different social media posts, but that it really isn't even the thing that excites me the most. The things that excite me the most are these next few kind of sections here, like the VIP platform, which would allow an area for influencers to create VIP content, video, group chats, and charge their viewers in micropayments that most viewers wouldn't even think about, but it could totally increase your income by a significant amount. And they're giving the example here that it could increase your income up to $1 million per million views on that VIP kind of area. So that's really interesting to me, these ideas of taking blockchain technology and integrating it with stuff like social media platforms to benefit influencers in a lot bigger way. And the reason that we want influencers to be benefited in a bigger way is because when they are benefited in a bigger way, they can produce better content for you guys. And me being an influencer myself, I've experienced this. As I make more money, I can produce better content for you guys. And that's really, really awesome to see Apollo Stratus thinking of different ways for us to do that. One of the other interesting things about Apollo Stratus is the instant endorsement commissions. So the instant endorsement system works with our competitor for Amazon and eBay and allows any seller to offer instant endorsement opportunities to influencers on the system. There will be a queue of products and services that the influencers can select from to endorse, allowing them to make up to 50% on any sales generated by their video. So that means that there's things that you can select from automatic products and services queues available for you as an influencer to choose from to endorse in your videos, kind of like a platform or an area for you to go ahead and find different products and services to endorse very easily. So that's really cool. You know, when you make a YouTube channel, sometimes at the beginning, especially for me, I was endorsing some other things and other products. And it's very useful to have a place you can go to endorse these products because it allows you to make money as an influencer easier. And that is really, really big. You know, if we can get more influencers making money easily, we can change a lot of different things in this world. And what I've seen is when people create their own businesses, they can actually create a lot more value for the world. And so when we open that up to more people, it's actually a very, very good thing. So having an instant endorsement area for people to endorse products and get commissions on that is really, really cool. And I think having a platform to do that on could definitely be a big deal. The other thing that interested me was direct advertising, influencers being able to make more on direct advertising because, you know, the thing with something like Stratus and with blockchain technology is you can directly connect advertisers with the people selling and with the people creating content, with the people creating influence, you know, influencers. And so if you connect them directly, you actually make a lot more money. And the reason that this is a big deal is because most advertisers don't directly connect people. So if you have a platform that directly connects people, then it inspires the influencers to make a lot more content because they actually get paid a lot more money. And overall, that would grow a lot faster than, you know, places like Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, or Instagram, because you're giving the money directly to the influencer. Very, very streamlined process that's going to open a lot of doors and avenues for content creators to make a lot of money. So if they do this correctly, Apollo Stratus does this correctly, and it does look like the chart pattern is really getting ready to break out for Apollo currency in general. So I have a lot of faith that they're going to get the funding, the resources necessary to make a lot of this stuff happen. Then you guys, this could be a big deal. So when you're looking at different projects in the blockchain space, you want to look for real world use case. And this is a real world use case. This has a lot of real world value. The other thing that I thought was really cool was embedded product stores. You know, so you can embed your product onto the influencer page a lot easier, allowing subscribers to look over the product. And even after buying products, it can take them to other pages to do cross-selling and show them other products. So if you know a lot about business or advertising, or you know about, you know, creating companies and selling products and selling a product to somebody and having it streamlined where it's just the click of a button right on the same place that you're doing your content creating, that allows you to make a lot of money. That's a big deal. If you can increase the speed that people can purchase products like that and make it a much more streamlined process to benefit both the person buying the product and the person selling the product all in one place, you're doing a big favor for the world. And whenever you increase the ability to do something or make it easier, you create value. And when you create value, your company does well. So that's really, really interesting. I love the idea of having a product store embedded all in the same place as the influencer is creating their content. So, that's things that I'm excited about with Apollo currency. Lots of things lining up for Apollo currency. I definitely see a big breakout soon. We're really, 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 really low value right now, which means undervalued, you guys. We're at 0.007, and that is such, or 0.0007. That has so much growth, you guys. We have so much percentage growth potential with Apollo currency. Even if we go from current price and break to a new all-time high, that's 600%, 700%, upwards of 1,000%. And it can go parabolic from there. So 1,000% would be nothing compared to how much it can actually grow in the big picture here as we're moving into this next bullish cycle. So I'm really excited about Apollo currency and Apollo Stratus. If you guys are an influencer, go ahead and comment down below and let me know if any of these things that Apollo Stratus is doing would interest you as an influencer. Once I actually read through this, it made total sense to me as an influencer and as somebody that's done a lot of research in business and entrepreneurship and marketing and sales. It's really, really interesting to see the way that they have this designed. And I'm excited to actually see as it's presented to the public. So definitely something to keep an eye on with Apollo Stratus, you guys. Hey, thank you guys so much for tuning in today's video. I look forward to seeing you guys in future updates. Happy Friday, everybody. And as always, stay profitable out there.